It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And at center stage, it's the Raiders, reigning league MVP. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Raiders and the Colts on Monday
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. You look at this Colt defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Thomas on the move to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. To throw is Thomas. Throwing to start the drive. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, the pass rush has been a...
So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Thomas from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Raiders at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off a loss which snapped that impressive 8-game winning streak.
Well, you'll never be able to get a team to admit that a loss is a good thing. It's never in any team's DNA. But sometimes it relieves a little bit of the pressure, and now they can start fresh.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. A 1st down carry for Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Thomas. On the throw wasn't too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on this. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left. Throwing to start the drive. Thomas escaping the pressure right. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun. Thomas. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Baron Browning. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. On 2nd and a long way to go. Thomas. And that's complete to Adams.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Thomas from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They begin with a run by Davis. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Give up the middle to right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Thomas. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Still second down.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
That's caught, and they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Thomas throwing to start the drive. Quick completion here to Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 from the 8.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Thomas flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. 15 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I...
So now London down by 7. A minute 35. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he makes it all the way down to the 19.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Thomas. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Indianapolis, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year.